Hello, hello. Oh my goodness. If it isn't me. Hi, everybody. Welcome to PP Game episode 41. At least that's what I would be saying if anyone else was here. I don't know where my players are. Well, I know where a few of them are. I know a few of them are busy doing shit. Let's get some music going while we wait for them. I don't know where a few of them are. I know Danny is getting some stuff busy with his car or something. But because I don't know where anyone else is, here's what we're gonna do. Y'all can ask me any question of choice about Hi Offset, missed you. Hello Shoddy Baytrip, nice to see you here. They bailed on you? I don't think they bailed on me. I think, here's my guess. Brooke missed her alarm. Amelia I knew was busy. Patrick I know has got some personal stuff going on. And Danny's getting their car fixed. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get some lo-fi music going. And what we are gonna do is, no, I don't want for hip. I don't want lo-fi for studying. I want lo-fi. Danny's on his way home. Excellent. Oh, excellent, excellent. This is good. All right, everybody. You guys are allowed to ask me any question about D&D. I've been worried about Pat. Pat's okay. I see Pat personally. He's all good. They've just been given what we in the business call a shitty hand. But they're doing okay. Ask me any question about D&D, about gaming, about my new TTRPG that I'm making. Anything whatsoever. Yeah, let's put a little alert box down here. Let's go I'm gonna get the chat. I'm gonna get some chat windows up for you guys. Do you have any qualms about us using your mechanics in our own game? Oh, please go for it. You literally cannot own mechanics. I would appreciate if you use them in your games. You tell your players where you got them from. But like, I have no qualms with that personally. Mechanics are mechanics. Where is the chat box? Here's the chat box. Alright, let's put you guys here. What are you most excited about with stacks? Can it involve PP gaming? Of course. I am most excited for stacks. Stacks, the main thing that I'm really excited about when it comes to stacks is how awesome is how the mechanics are all working together to make a very interesting war game while still keeping the mechanics fun and quick. Have you tried Tears of the Kingdom? Yes, I have tried Tears of the Kingdom. In fact, I play it on my Twitch. I would suggest you go and follow my Twitch right now, twitch.tv/offbeatoutlaw. I play Tears of the Kingdom on there. I play lots of games on there. I have a great time, and I like hanging out with you guys. So please head on over to my Twitch. Have you heard of Shard Tabletop? It's an alternative. I have heard of it. I've never tried it out myself. You guys talked about D&D Beyond is bad, but I want to learn. Danny taught me a little bit, but where should I go to learn more and play? D&D Beyond is a bad company. There's no way to avoid that. D&D, Wizards of the Coast, is a bad company. I think the best place to learn is YouTube channels like my own, watching lots of those videos will help get you an idea. Other great, Somber Seraph, thank you for following on Twitch. Ooh, look at that. Look at that alert box. Mwah, delicious. Thank you. What is your, going to my YouTube channel, watching those, it's a great way to learn how to play. As well as just going on D&D Beyond, making characters, learning mechanics, and I personally recommend reading the book. Getting the player's handbook and just reading it. You don't have to understand it. You don't have to know about it. You just got to read it through and see. And then play. That's a great way. Do you have the full rogue subclass for scrap? I have it built, actually. It's on my Patreon. If you go to my Patreon, patreon.com/offbeatoutlaw, you can get the homebrew subclass for it. I would suggest it's $3 a month. You get to see all of my pre-made content 24 hours early, and you get all of the subclasses that I make. Sounds for these alert boxes. God damn. Follow, host, raid, sub, YouTube subs. There you go. Do you think you'll ever collaborate with Critical Role? That would be hilarious and awesome, and I would love to. But I don't think that's in the cards necessarily. I don't know if I can control that. Do you think you'll ever collaborate? Top 5 characters you play, NPC or player character. Favorite character to play as is Alistair. He's so much fun. He's a little scamp. He's a little rascal. He's a little goofy guy. I always have fun with Alistair. He's great. He's fun to grow as a character. I also Z's is such a little rascal. Have so much fun with him. Player characters that I play and enjoy. On Saturdays, I play a pirate wizard named. I have a pirate wizard named fucking Nova Wake. He's awesome. He's got a nice fun accent. He goes, "My name is Nova Wake, and I cannot fucking wait to kick your fucking ass." He's a little bit like Bernard. I love him. Ziller, that's someone I played on Longshot RPG, Jake and Pfeffer's YouTube channel. Amazing. And I think I've got one more. Charlie. Charlie's great. What magic items does Amelia have? They have a bunch of items that they swap out. I know that they have on some of theirs the robes of the Archmagi and stuff. Yeah. They have like a +3 sword, I'm pretty sure. Plus shields. They got a lot of magic items. One day, dream big, my guy. Always, always. Hey, Offbeat, how's your day going? Day's going good. Day's going pretty good. I'm just like relaxing right now. I'm hoping my players show up. What? Don't remember what subclass Nova is? No, Nova is a Blade Singer fighter. That's it. Brooke is messaging me. Oh my god, I didn't realize the time. Also, what about Gary? Gary's also fun, okay? I forgot about Gary, okay? If you could have any superpower, what would it be? Any superpower at all. Okay. Aside from the broken shit, like a lot of people were like, I would have reality manipulation. Because like obviously you would, because then you could just also give yourself any superpower. Any realistic superpower. Any realistic... I would love to have teleportation. It would make my life much more convenient. I would have a great time. Teleportation, any sort of like movement-based thing like that would be awesome. Or super speed. I would love to be able to go places easier. Dream people you want to play with. I would love to play with, obviously anyone from the cast of Critical Role. People from Mabimbam, the fucking, McElroy brothers. Those guys are awesome. It would be so much fun. On my way to tweet at Brooke because I missed them. How many magic items and what rarity did your players start with? They started with, I think, I gave them 5 and a bunch of legendaries, rares, and uncommons. I'll choose the most problematic superpower, telepathy. I would hate to have telepathy. Telepathy is a fucking overrated ass superpower. Like, I want to know what people think about me. You shouldn't care. High key, you should not care what other people think about you. You should give 0 shits. You should live your life 100% how you want to live it, and then understand that people, on average, may or may not like what you do. Like, I choose to live my life in the ways that I want. I have the opinions that I have because I think that they are correct, and I understand that some people aren't going to like them. But I also know that I choose to live them regardless of what people think about me. I don't care what other people think about me because that's not my concern. How they think about me is how they think about me. I would much rather live my life not caring about what people think and living it fully and knowing that my actions will make people like me instead. You know? That's what I think. If you could have 3 levels of any D&D class in real life, what would you have? Wizard. Easy, easy, easy. Fucking transmutation wizard. You could make shit. And you can have prestidigitation to clean anything magically. And you could have a bunch of cantrips. You get 6 cantrips. You get 6 level 1 spells. Oh my god, wizard. Any day of the week, wizard. I wish that Necromancer had more in D&D because I want to play as a full Necromancer, not just a subclass. Well, the Wizard Necromancer is the full Necromancer. Like, that's all you need. Also, telepathy is just Anxiety City, not gonna lie. Oh, hell yeah. Ballad, you were so right. Agreed 100%. It's more about control for me. Zeke, that's problematic. You need therapy. You skip telepathy. Go to therapy. Someone tell Offbeat to let me in. Just send a chat message.
I've been here for like 10 minutes.
Send a chat message.
I texted you. I messaged you on Discord.
Send
you
it
even
in here.
checked Discord. You read my messages.
Yeah, but you didn't say let me. I put my phone down after I replied.
Okay.
You didn't tell me to let you in.
I did.
Okay, I didn't read that last one.
You saw this bit.
I didn't read that last one. I put it down after I replied. Whatever. Brooke is here.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. You know what? I'm so sorry because I completely lost track of time. But also, somehow I'm still the first one.
I think Pat's not coming today. Amelia's not here, and Danny had to do his car. So somehow, yeah. Like I've been
just us again.
No, Danny's gonna be here in a little bit. He's gonna be here soon.
Oh, okay.
This gives me time to go over some new mechanics that I'm introducing today.
Oh, this gives me time to do my makeup.
Yes, it does.
Am I gonna like your mechanics, or are they gonna hurt me?
No, it's a buff. It's a flat-out buff.
Ooh.
So what it is, everybody, listen carefully. we are introducing a mechanic from Pathfinder, which, like, we've already sort of been running with in this, that I technically first stole from Lancer, called Resistance. What it is a flat number that you subtract from any instance of damage. And I've created a way to calculate it. For D&D that I think is balanced given the fact that we're moving to a stacks-based system. Danny's here too? Oh! Hot and sexy.
Daniel!
What's up? I just got my car service.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys doing today?
Doing great. Well, this is amazing. All right.
We're all late.
I'm sorry. I said I'd be late.
You did.
I didn't realize the time. It was on me. It was 100% on me. It was my bad. I was still somehow first though.
Yeah.
I was at the car dealership. I was getting my car serviced because I should have gotten serviced 9,000 miles ago. So.
Oh yeah, I need to get mine done too.
All right. But with this,
Especially
we
before
can get
Amelia
into the
comes.
new mechanics that we're using for today.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
I need a rundown real quick.
Okay, so I'll go over the new ones that I just made today for Brooke, and then I'll go over the old ones that were introduced last session for you. And, all right, first, we have new trial rules to calculate resistance and armor class. You have to get your resistance. This is the flat number that you subtract from every instance of damage. So if you get hit 3 times, you'll subtract your resistance from that damage received 3 times.
Sorry, what?
So, like, let's say you have a skip. Let me just tell you how to calculate it, and then I'll
Yes,
explain
please.
it. Okay. To calculate resistance, it's your armor class divided by 3. All right?
Okay.
Rounded down. Always round down.
Armor class divided by 3, rounded down. Okay,
Yes.
that's how we calculate resistance. Now, what exactly does resistance do?
So, what's your armor class? Just so I can have an example for you.
Let me go get Godfried, because his base armor class is, let me go to D&D Beyond, because I literally just got back and I ran to my computer.
I appreciate it.
We love organized players.
We do.
I am with it.
If you weren't such good friends with all of us, would we not drive you crazy?
I feel like if we weren't such good friends, you wouldn't test me so much.
I don't know what you're talking about. I think
wrong.
I think you love us and we're amazing and we've never done anything wrong in our life.
I know.
That's so true, Basti.
I know. I'm the best, aren't I?
Yeah, you are. Give me your fucking...
I have my D&D Beyond subscription finally ran out, so I have to delete characters now. Before I do anything else. Give me a second, because I'm not paying for that. I'm not paying for D&D Beyond anymore. Fuck that.
No, that's valid.
How about I just give you a number just so we can move on?
No, I'm almost there.
Hurry!
I'm here. Okay, here we go. My armor class is 29.
29. All right, just for ease, let's say that it's 30, okay?
It probably will be,
Yeah.
because my resistance will change.
Yeah. Divide that by 3, you
Okay.
get 10.
10.
That means every time someone hits you, you subtract 10 from how much damage they inflict.
Gotcha.
So if I hit you with 20, only 10 goes through.
Gotcha.
All right? If things that change your damage on the fly is a trigger ability or a reaction, things like shield, are not equated into resistance.
Okay, how about my ability that ups my AC? Does that add to my resistance?
That
that's not
does add to your resistance.
Cool.
But shield and things like that do not add to resistance.
Gotcha, makes sense. Cool beans.
Okay.
So neither does like the Dancy Dance for Fighter, right?
Yeah, neither does that.
Bait and switch, yeah, cool.
The only thing that adds...
The dancey dance.
Yeah,
I don't know, bait and switch.
Bait and
That's
switch.
I
I call
forgot.
it do-si doing.
That's all I can think
yeah,
of, like
that's-
something.
I knew
Alright.
what he meant because I know you call it dosey doing.
Additional things. If you're wearing light armor, you get to add an additional 1 to your resistance. If
Okay.
you're wearing heavy armor, an additional 2. If you're
What about
wearing
mage armor?
no, if you're wearing medium armor, an additional 2, and if you're wearing heavy armor, an additional 3.
Mage armor?
Mage armor gets no bonuses.
Okay.
I have the robes of the Archmagi.
Just don't get hit, Brooke. That's it. That's the answer. That's
You
that's
know
what that's what
what?
I do.
It's fine because now I have to remember less.
No thoughts.
Sure. Additionally, now let's go over the old rules that I introduced last session. First of all, we have action points now. Danny, you've used Brooke's action point system in their game. You know how it works.
No, I haven't, because I wasn't a god, remember?
Oh, right. Okay. So at the start of your round, at the start of your turn, you get 5 action points.
Okay, yeah, and a full action is 2 points.
Yes.
A bonus action is 1 point, and a reaction is 1 point, right?
A reaction's 2
Reaction's
points.
2.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Reaction is 2
Beans and toast.
Yes. You can spend them however much you like, and there's also legendary resistances for the cost of 3 action points.
Cool beans.
That's that. I think that one's more straightforward than the next system. The next system that we're adding is secondary dice. All right? Gone are the days of modifiers. All right? Your modifiers are instead replaced with secondary dice.
Okay.
What is your chance to hit with your sword? What's your modifier? to
Plus
hit?
19.
Okay, plus 19 to hit. What you do, you turn that, like, every 7, you turn that into 2d6s.
Okay, and if it doesn't come out to an even, number multiplied by 7, what do we do?
Then there's no way I could have wrote this out easily, but, like, since yours is 19, the closest number is 8 it'd be 14, so that's 4d6 plus 1, so 5d6 is what it's turned into, because the average of that is...
I thought it was only 1d6 per 7, or is it 2d6 per 7?
It's 2d6 per 7.
Okay, cool.
So yours is 5, your modifier is 5d6
Gotcha.
that you add to it now. And that's just the closest. It's rounded down to
Beans and toast, gotcha.
And that's how that works for all of them. When rolling multiple attack rolls, you roll only once for that action. So if you have an action that allows you to attack twice, you only roll the once. For every 1 rolled on the d6, you get to subtract an attack. For every 5 to 6, you add an extra attack. That's determined by your secondary dice.
Can I propose an addendum for stack system on that?
Sure.
I'm thinking every 6 you add a roll, but that goes for even if your original roll misses. So you know
mean a
how
hit?
1s always subtract a roll?
One's always subtract, but 6 is always... But so you're suggesting that 6 is a guarantee at least 1 hit?
Yeah, on a multi-attack. At least for stacks.
For stacks, I think that works. For D&D,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't think that works. So I think we'll keep it
Yeah,
as
yeah.
is for now and play test with that. But I think for stacks, that might be a good idea.
Danny, it's so fun because last time I got to do 1,200 and something damage, so you have fun with this.
Yeah.
Beans and toast,
Yeah.
for real, for real.
Crits.
What is this?
Yeah.
What is this? No.
toast,
We
bro.
can't just gloss over the fact that Danny has picked up a new catchphrase.
For real,
Beans-
beans and toast?
Beans and toast, bro.
It's the for real's been around for a while. It's the beans and toast.
It's just beans and toast,
Just
bro.
beans
Come
and
on.
toast, man. Come on.
I almost said your real name. Offbeat, please don't enable him for once.
No,
Just-
Come on, Brooke. Beans and
Can
toast.
you actually interrogate it?
Brooke, if I interrogate Danny, what I will find is nothing. I will discover that this is something he decided to start saying. What more do you want? It's just
Become
happening.
ungovernable. Steal catalytic converters.
Beans
I'm
and toast.
sick, I should-
All right,
Beans
so
and toast.
additionally, gone are nat 20s as crits.
Okay.
All right, we are adding. This is something I've stolen from Pathfinder. Crits are now decided on a per action basis. To score a crit, you must roll 5 above the target DC.
5 above the target AC, so it's just 5 and above is automatically a crit.
Is a crit, and yes, and you get to choose from the following effects for crits. All resources spent this turn are refunded, not action points.
Okay.
This
so
did-
that's like spell slots, like action surge. Well, does action surge
Action
add
surge
two...
counts as a resource.
Okay,
Action
that
surge adds
two
two-
action points. Yeah.
Yeah.
That must be spent on your turn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Those action points.
But those are technically action points, so those get to be refunded as
Yeah,
like
because
a
it's action
technicality. That's
surge.
his ability. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool.
You also get this action didn't cost any action points. Convert all damage dealt this action into stacks of burning, bleed, sleep, or wounds.
This system actually makes haste, the spell haste, kind of good.
Yep.
Cool
Wait,
beans.
why?
Beans and toast. Because if you quicken spell haste, you can cast it as a bonus action, which is 1, and then get 2 action points back. And then if you crit, you get a refund all of them. So you get your spell slot back that you used to cast haste in the first place. So you
Rules
net
is
1
written-
extra.
Rules is written when you lose haste and you lose your movement. Can you dash to move?
If you lose everything. You lose your movement and you can't move for the turn, and you don't get to use an action or a bonus action once haste drops.
Oh,
Yeah.
Beans and toast for real.
that's ugly.
Yeah. So additionally, you could also convert all damage dealt this turn into stacks of burning, bleed, sleep, or wounds.
So the damage is there. So the damage is therefore nullified and turned into that many stacks of something.
Yes.
So say I deal, like, again, Brooke like said, 1,000 damage. You get 1,000 bleed stacks.
If you crit.
Okay.
Keep in mind,
So-
this system is higher damage. I
Yeah.
am compensating.
So how does my ability work where then I can make someone fall asleep so I auto crit on all my melee attacks? Does that automatically go on all my stuff then?
For you, for things that are, I will say, that apply auto crit, we are going to run them as if they just double damage.
Okay, so rather than critting, it's just double damage and I have to crit naturally. That makes
Yes.
sense. I'll take that. I like that.
In that case, can he still... Wait, no, he still rolls anyway.
He still rolls anyway. He can still potentially get the additional crits. He still has advantage, so all of that still applies.
So I'm rolling with 5d6 modifiers.
So a d20 plus 5d6.
Okay.
Does advantage only apply to the d20, or does it apply to secondary dice?
I'm gonna say it only applies to the d20,
That makes it easier, I agree.
just because it's easier to calc.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like the 5d6 because that's lower than my actual modifier, like the average.
It makes you way more consistent. Wait, let me see, because that brings you up to 17. I'll give you an extra d6. I'll give you an extra one, because that brings you up to 20, because you're usually at 19. I think that's fair.
Yeah. I'll take it.
Okay.
Cool beans and toast.
All misses over the course of the next action are converted into extra hits. That's an additional...
Say that again?
Final potential option is all misses over the course of the next turn are converted into
from your
extra
crit.
hits. Yeah, this is the crit options.
So if you're making 3 attacks, you crit on one. You crit on like one of the attacks.
You crit on the action. You crit the action.
Oh, yeah, because you only roll once.
Yes.
But wait, then how do misses work?
Misses are if on your secondary dice you roll a 1, you lose an attack.
What the fuck is the secondary dice again?
The 5d6, the 66.
Oh, so wait, what constitutes a miss then? A 1 on
A
a
1
D6?
is a miss. If you roll
Okay.
a 1 on the d6,
Okay,
you miss.
cool.
If you roll a 5 or a 6, you get an extra hit in.
Oh, so that adds another modifier on top.
Yeah, it adds an extra hit. Just an
Okay,
ex-
well,
Let me give you an example.
how do
You're
extra
not trying
attacks
to
work
big brain
then?
this, huh?
How do extra attacks work then?
Extra attacks are determined on an per action basis.
Yes.
Let's say you take your attack action, you roll your thing, you don't roll any 5s or 6s,
Okay.
or 1s. You just roll like 3s across the board.
Yes.
You get to hit twice.
So one attack action, because we have extra attack, allows us to hit twice.
Yes. And then now
Okay.
if you roll a 5 or a 6, you add on an additional attack. So let's
Okay.
say I naturally get 2. I roll my dice, I get 1 5 or a 6. I
Gotcha.
now am hitting 3 times.
Do those... Okay, so do those then stack? So it's like I roll 4 5s, then I get 4 extra attacks?
Yes.
Okay, cool. And question, because of the action point system, can we still only cast a single level spell per action? Or per turn?
How this rule works is in base game, if you cast a spell as a bonus action, you can only cast cantrips as your actions.
Yes.
As it works in D&D, if you cast spells as actions, you can cast as many as you are allowed to. So that is still that's still in effect for this. If you cast a bonus action leveled spell, as bonus action spell at all, you can only cast cantrips for your actions.
Gotcha. But if you use your action points to cast a leveled spell, you can cast another level spell.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
as long as you cast as an action, not as
Cool
a.
beans.
Okay. That I understand is very confusing and a lot. So if you
No, I think I get it. I think I get it. I'll obviously ask for clarification when we play, but like I think I get it right now.
You think you got it? Okay.
I think so.
To be fair, I
hope so.
think you did just explain it to the two most rules heavy players you have.
Yes. Amelia got it very quickly as well, I think.
Yeah, but Amelia's an actual genius.
Amelia is big brain. All right. We're gonna go to the overlay now. Danny, you're currently in Amelia's spot. Let me just.
Beans on toast, for real, for real. Well, how are we all doing today? How are we feeling?
I'm excited to try out these new rules.
Me too. I'm not gonna understand it, so you're gonna need to explain everything to me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna roll this. Is this correct? No. All right.
I love that, like, okay, in canon, there must be so much confusion. Like, Viari has had to learn to just roll with the fact that one friend will randomly dip and then not be replaced with a different friend on missions. Because how consistently I'm the one who's here and then you guys rotate out.
It's just the way the cookie crumbles. You know how it is.
So Viari's just like, oh, well, I guess it's Godfrey now.
It's a me, Mario.
Let me get the music for.
We were going to visit the court of the not the moth and not the butterfly. What's the other one?
The dragonfly?
Dragonfly.
Yeah, didn't we have to like do something like fight and then like we get our position or something?
So we killed a weird thing that was like a mishmash of like leftover.
You guys fought that.
universe clay?
Okay, yeah, I remember that.
So we got to kill 3 of those, and if we kill additional ones, we get extra credit.
Okay, cool.
So because Amelia is a player, we're getting extra credit.
Cool beans.
But we've killed 1 so far.
Beans on toast.
Beans on toast. Alrighty. So, this brings us. Brooke, you get a long rest.
Thank you.
You stay 8 hours. Seems as though A's and Z's are up in the observatory for the foreseeable future.
They're having sex.
At this point in time, Godfrey, you've been stuck at the court of the beetle, just facilitating business, facilitating nonsense.
Business.
Bernard walks up to you. All right, so it looks like we've managed to get the teleportation circle up and running. Would you like to test it out? I hear your friend is over at the court of the butterfly.
Oh yeah, let's go for it.
That doesn't sound like Godfrey.
Was it not? Sorry, that's my bad. Hello. It's been a second. I've been busy.
The court of the beetle is looking much better repaired at this point. You've managed to scrape off a lot of the moss and the vines that have been entangling it, and Bernard has been hard at work in keeping things nice and clean.
Beans on toast.
All right, step in the circle. I'll get you to your friend.
I'm ready.
You step in. Bernard casts teleportation circle, and with just a simple, almost like things all of a sudden phasing out of time, you phase back into place. Viara, you've been staying in the resting room, I guess you could call it, it's like a bar / living room situation.
Amazing.
And in the corner, you see a flash of light.
Godfrey!
If I could throw up, I would.
Why are you
it's not
rushing now?
Huh?
Your accent changed for a moment.
I'm so sorry. I have been very busy. I forgot what I talked like.
Well, we've also been busy. We have to kill some monsters.
Awesome.
I explain everything.
What? That's crazy!
Yeah, it's you definitely just got a full in-depth explanation in real time. A's is, with Z's or whatever. But guess it's just us for this next one, and also just be super careful, because if you do something like pretend to like zip your lips or whatever, that it might come true.
Well, it's a good thing I don't have lips.
I feel like it would meld your bones together or something horrific like that, but I think it's more like the principle of the thing.
I get it, yeah. We just gotta be careful with our words.
Yeah, you also don't have vocal cords, so I don't actually understand how you speak.
I'm just a magical, whimsical being.
You're not wrong.
I am filled with wonder and whimsy.
I'll take it. But yeah, it looks like it's just us for the next bit. We're supposed to be going to the Court of the Dragonfly or something.
Alright, those are like the sky soldiers that fight the birds, right?
Are they?
I think so. Those are like the military. So it's like the butterflies on top, then there's the dragonfly,
Oh
and then
right, I
there's
forgot
another
that
one,
birds were the
and
enemy.
then there's me, the dung beetle. We roll the poop.
Yeah, I forgot that the birds were the enemy. Also, sorry, real quick, Alistair.
Yes.
I saw.
Yeah. Did you ever rewrite my matter to be just completely rewrite my matter? Did you ever do that?
What?
Well, I don't know. That was an option. Like, if you rewrote my matter, that's why I would be like the least fey person to have ever existed. That was what was said last time.
You mean someone went into the Divine Contract, went to the Viari section, went into the subtitles of the subsection, then rewrote that? Is that what you're saying?
No, like rewrote like the matter that makes me up.
Yeah, the subsections of Viari. Did you do that?
Yeah. Did you do that? Did you ever do that?
Did I ever change you from being what to what?
From like
fate or not, because
Or-
Bernard was like, "Oh, you are the least fey person here."
Yeah, did you ever change me to make me completely and utterly not fey? Even if that wasn't the intention. Just curious. I'm just like narrowing down some options here. This isn't an accusation. This is research.
Well, I don't know if I did that ever intentionally, but when I did choose you to be one of my children, I did have to make some arrangements in order to keep you safe. Maybe perhaps one of those agreements I signed to was removing any trace of any Feyan lineage. But I did not erase that. If it's information,
Is it possible to check?
if it's information I don't know, that's about as much of a confession as I can give you.
I mean,
Yeah.
isn't there like a change log or something we could go into? Like, do you have like any
Yeah.
of the contract digitalized? Like, I feel like that would make things 10 times more efficient.
The contract, specifically, the section that you are looking for would be in revisions. The revisions section is the most heavily guarded section of the contract.
Why?
Because revisions are very important. Typically,
Okay, well,
when
can you go there and just like tell us?
No. I cannot.
Why?
Because I made the contract and I made it so that even I would have a troublesome time tampering with it.
But revisions is what has already been tampered with, so like, why can't we go see that and double check on things to make sure nothing's been tampered with? I feel like that's just really counterintuitive.
Because if you go into the revisions section, you are allowed to change the revisions.
But then that would just make another revision. Why not just go straight to the actual source and revise that in the first place?
Because it's a very carefully crafted system that has a lot of redundancy.
Okay, you know what? I believe you.
Anything that's important that gets revised is sent to revisions. Revisions is then guarded to prevent further changes. Things that are important are equally heavily guarded. Things like, for example, the contract of war between the Chaos Pantheon and the Order Pantheon. Yes, you can visit it, you can look at it, it's basically a museum piece. If you want to change it, though, good fucking luck.
Would there be a subsection under Viari, since it's full of redundancies, would there be a subsection under Viari that documented revisions on me specifically?
No.
Why?
Because that gets sent to revisions. As soon as it is titled as a revision, it gets sent to revisions.
It seems like you skipped a redundancy.
Seems like I did.
Maybe you should add it in.
No. It's done. It's
Sloppy
finished.
work.
Beans on toast.
Make your own one, then.
Maybe I will.
Please don't. That's like a lot of work.
Luck's doing it.
Well, yeah, because... yeah, and?
And look how far along Luck is on theirs. Look, do as you want, make fun of it as you wish. I know the system has kept many important things secret from the Chaos Pantheon and those who would like to do ill, as well as making sure the fabric of reality does not destroyed every few times that I feel like it. So,
How often do you feel like it?
you ever look back at something that you made and go, that was a mistake, I want to change that, and then you think about changing it, but then you realize that there's a lot of ways that if you did change it, you'd probably fuck it up, but you still kind of want to change things, even though that the mistake has been made and there's nothing you can really do about it, and you just kind of got to sit in that icky feeling of a mistake, so you do everything you can to try and fix that horrible mistake that you made. Well, there's a
Did
reason.
you just admit to making mistakes?
I feel like he's done that a lot of times.
Yeah, I feel like
remember the Voltron mech that he made and was like, oof, that was an oopsie.
That's, you know what? That's true. That's true. You're not wrong.
Either way, yes, I've made mistakes. Some of those mistakes are more fundamental than just I made a Voltron mech. Sometimes I wish those mistakes didn't exist, but sometimes I also have to remember that mistakes are inherent in life, and I have to accept them as they come. And perhaps fixing the mistake would cause more problems than I would like to admit. So, the revisions is there to keep me safe from not only me, but everybody.
Beans on toast.
Either way, the answer is I don't know. And if I don't know something, like I said, that's basically an admission of something is up.
Cool.
Great. We'll add that to the to-do list.
Either way, I'm just observing. I'll get back to observing.
Yes, thank you.
Turns into a little firefly, and then buzzes around and starts looking at things. Bernard is still in the corner and goes, am I dismissed?
Oh, do you have anything to add to this conversation or anything you'd like to interject, Bernard? I want to make sure you feel heard in this relationship.
Appreciated. Whether or not you are Fae or Fae by birth, speaking Quarry is not necessarily indicative of being Fae, and could be
Well, it
something
wasn't
else.
really. I don't actually think I'm Fae, to be honest. But I am curious about the quarry thing. But sorry, go on.
Yeah. I would suggest, if you are curious about why you know Quarry, well, the people who know the most about that are in this very building. The butterflies.
Ooh, but
Would they
talking
know-
to them.
Why would they know the most?
They control magic. Quarry is an inherently magical language.
Oh,
It is spoken by Fae only when we sleep. Does that
who
not...
would you recommend I speak to?
Well, your invitation to see Madame Butterfly has already been used up, so that's no good. Honestly, lieutenants, any lieutenant would have more information, but it seems though Z's is tied up with A's. You could maybe go to the front desk and ask.
Okay. If I know you're not like part of my court or anything, but would you consider helping me? Not fuck up any kinds of conversations?
I have helped you as much as I can on that front.
Just like jump in and like yell if I go to say something dumb or something.
No, because I also have things I need to do here. So I'm gonna, if I'm dismissed, I'm gonna go do that.
What do you have to do? Could you give me like an itemized list, like real quick?
I need to clean all the statues, revitalize the magic circles that are link up all of the communities. I've only got the one linked to Madame Butterfly already. I need to create and establish a magical protective field that surrounds us. I need to hallow the ground. I need to make sure that the ground is also in potentially sensitive areas. I need to make sure that they have, what's that spell that prevents people from teleporting in?
Forbiddance?
I need forbiddances up. I need passwords. I need to create the itemized list for the passwords. Do you want me to keep going? I've got a lot to do, mate.
Could you just add something onto that? Could you like make like sending stones for us so like I could like talk to you when I miss you?
He just goes to his belt and he takes off one and hands it to you.
Thank you. I feel so much better now. Now you are dismissed. Have fun.
This. He goes back to the teleportation circle, casts it, and he's out.
Godfrey's gonna shove the sending stone into his eye, so it's just in his head. So now he can technically, all the voices in his head is including Bernard now.
Oh my god!
But it just comes out of his like eye like a megaphone, kind of.
Amazing. All right, what do you guys do?
I'm gonna go to the front desk. Godfrey, are you coming?
Always.
You go to the front desk. You gotta take this signage. You make your way down an elevator, a series of magical platforms, raise and lowering everything in a single tower. There's only one shaft to the tower, but as you enter the elevator room, you see that there are thousands of elevators that link everything down. You see many people going up and down, left and right, all over. And you get to the very bottom, and then you get to the front desk. And there is a butterfly person, bug eyes, proboscis, 6 feet tall with folded wings at their back, busy managing what looks to be some sort of magical orb. They be pondering.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Okay. Hold on. Quick offbeat question. At some point, Bernard told us how we're supposed to introduce ourselves, but I, Brooke, have forgotten. What am I supposed to say?
No names.
I know no names, but I'm allowed to say my title, right? Like, I'm allowed to be like, I am... What is my... Duchess of Dreams or something?
The Duchess of Dreams, yes.
Yeah. I'm allowed to say that.
You're the head Viscount of Dreams.
You keep changing this title? Okay.
The more... write it down and remember it, and then I won't change it ever again.
Okay. So I'm allowed to say... Did I just get a demotion from Duchess?
I think a Viscount's above a Duchess, isn't it? Or am I incorrect?
Is it? I don't know.
I don't know. You're high up on the lat. You're the head of the house, whatever that is.
Dreams. Okay. All right. But I'm allowed to say that without messing it up. Okay. Hi. I'm the head Viscount of Dreams, and I was hoping to speak to somebody regarding Quarry.
You would like to learn about Quarry? The language of dreams?
Yes.
Most inquisitive. We have a library, if that suits your fancy.
That sounds good, actually. Does the library contain information on Quarry?
Why would I suggest it if it didn't?
This place is weird, and Faye are tricksy.
You're weird and tricksy.
Your mum's weird and tricksy.
Direct us to the library.
The head Viscount of Dreams has a stick up their ass.
That they might. Now, please, direct us.
Yes. Go back to the elevator from whence you came, and input the number 15151.
That's very kind. I appreciate your help.
Of course. On your way.
I'm toast.
Head Viscount of Dreams.
Can I insight check what that was?
Yep.
Viscount of Dreams. What do you mean? What is that?
I think it's because you said thank you.
I didn't say thank you. I said I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. That's an 18.
He's making fun of you.
Is it because the Viscount of Dreams is not like a big thing? Like it's
because you made fun of him, and then he thought you were stupid. And because you tried to defend yourself, he thought you were insecure, and is now making fun of you.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right, sure. I thought there was something deeper going on. All right. All right, let's head to the library.
All right, you guys go up the stairs. You go up. You go up to the elevator. You get to the number pad.
15151.
You input it, and you go to the library. Just a floor below where you guys were originally, you get into a massive library, stylized in there's row upon row upon row upon row upon row upon row of books. There's no way you would ever navigate this place quickly or with any sort of expediency by walking. You do, however, see a sort of computer pad dashboard in front of you, and it's got places where you can input information that you are seeking.
I'm going to input Corey.
You type that in, and the library's many different panels filled with books immediately flies across your vision all the way to the back of the alphabet, and you get to Q. A bunch of magical dust is puffed through the paneling, and the books float down towards you. You didn't put anything specifically on Quarry, so you were given a massive stack of books, about 100 in total.
I'm going to input another command. What does it mean to speak, Corey? Innately?
A few of the books are removed. I'd say about 75% of the books are removed. You're left with about a stack of 25 books that all have that phrase somewhere in them.
Okay. Can you think of any other questions to narrow this down?
History of Quarry, origin of Quarry, how does one learn Quarry?
Yeah.
I think the last one's gonna be the best. How does someone learn Quarry?
Well, it's also how did I speak it innately? Because I never learned it.
Well, you learned it somehow. You can't just inherently speak a language, right? You have to learn Common. You have to learn Draconic. So either it's inherently born into someone and inherently there, and that's how we figure it out, or you learned it somehow and you just don't remember. So I think how does one learn or innately know Quarry is probably the best question in your course of action.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll look through for what does it mean to innately speak Quarry.
All right. You look through, you type that in, and about 20 of the books are removed now. You're left with 5 books.
Okay. I'm going to start searching them for the answer to that question effectively.
Investigation check, please.
Could I give the help action?
Yes, you can. Remember to use stacks. Remember to use the stack system.
Oh.
Thank you for the subscription.
Oh, I see. So it's D6s. So
what's your bonus?
For investigation, it is 13.
13. That is going to be 4d12. 4d6s. I mean, sorry.
4d6s?
Yes.
Beans on toast.
Oh, right, because it's 2. All right, you know what? One sec, sorry. Let me just grab out. I thought I had more dice. Ah, there they are. 1 sec. Give me 1 sec. Okay. I have it. The giant box full of dice. 1, 2, 3. Where's the D6? 4. Okay. So. Alright. Oh, that first roll was pretty good though, so it's okay. Well, I'm going with the first roll. 18 plus. How does this work? Okay, I just knocked all of the dice out. Do you want me to re-roll those?
Go for it.
I've got way too much to do on my desk. I lost one of them. There's too many dice. God damn it. Okay, I'm sorry.
Brooke, have you ever considered that going slowly and calmly might be
called
faster?
the Bondulance?
No, because I don't want to take too long.
So you... Okay.
10, 13, 18 plus 13. Oh, so I got exactly I could have just added my investigation bonus. 31.
31. All right, you managed to, with great speed, peruse through all of these books looking for information. Very trained at reading and just looking through things for information. After a couple of flip-throughs, you and Godfrey managed to find a section that says, Speaking Quarry. In book number 3, which is called Quarry, Its History, and where it came from.
Okay.
The section reads the following. Quarry is the language of dreams. At least this is what our parents have taught us. Everyone, when they sleep, if they are of Fean origin, will go to a land called the Dreaming, and speak in Quarry. Everyone knows this in the land of the Dreaming. No Fae has ever had to learn Quarry. Quarry is something that we are born with, but something that is separated from our knowledge once we leave the Dreaming. Think of it as a partition. If you are not of Fean origin and have Quarry or know of Quarry, you've either learned it in a class that you took in college, as the language can be written and learned out eventually, or your parents learned it themselves, spoke it at home, and told it to you, or if that is not an option, finally, there may be something of Fean origin within you. Not necessarily your bloodline, but something, an entity. Whether it be a parasite, a spirit, another Fae, perhaps their spirit is bonded to yours. Perhaps the Fae spirit is already with you, whispering its knowledge in your ear, dormant but present. Quarry is a very secret language. Not many do speak it, and not many see its purpose to learn it, other than purely academic adventures.
I'm gonna, whilst keeping hold of this book, do another search. How do you tell if there's a Fean spirit in you? This is just Google, but the long way.
Yeah. But academically rigorous. You
Yeah.
do this, once again, like a couple, you get about 10 books in front of you on exorcisms, spirits, creatures, Fae, biology, like a bunch of stuff.
How do you tell if there's a Fean spirit in you if you are reading as completely un-Fae?
0 results, too specific.
Okay. I'm gonna stick with I'm just gonna search through the 10 books then.
Okay. Make an investigation check, please.
Okay, so I'm rolling those same dice as before. Is Godfrey helping?
I can.
Thank you. Alright, so I'm just gonna roll the d20 first. That's a 13 and a 15. I take the 15 plus these dice. That is 8, 10, 11. Oh. 15, it's 26.
26. Looking through this information, it's harder to find. You got more books to go through. You don't get as good information as last time, as precise. The information says it's a lot of stuff on possession, a lot of stuff on being possessed, not about as much as what describes your specific situation. You find a few things that hint at if for some reason you have a spirit inside of you that is not acting, a banishment spell of some variety, some sort of exorcism-based spell, I believe there's a 7th level wizard spell, will work as well. Or cleric spell.
If there is there, does any of this, can I like search for like how to speak to a Feyan spirit that might be like in you?
You do. You get about about some of the same books come back. 5 new ones. It's like you're left with the same number of books, but like 5 leave and 5 come. Another investigation check.
Okay.
You're starting to look for very specific information. The DC is going to be very high.
I'll help.
Okay. All right. Ooh, okay. That is plus 20. Look at how good that roll was. That's 2 5s, a 4, and you can't see this one, but it's a 6, I promise. Because there's no ink on that die. But that would then be 38.
38. You look through these books, and through a bunch of information, you manage to parse together a few things. 1, if the Fey Spirit is not talking to you, that means that they probably don't want to. Additionally, if they aren't talking to you, but are somehow forcefully bound to you for whatever reason, talking to them is going to require you to go to where they are. They are located in 2 positions, where they are spiritually and where they are physically.
How do I determine where they are?
Another search, you get a bunch of books back. How to what are you searching? Are you saying how to find Fae?
I'm searching. How to determine where a Fey spirit physically is?
You get about 20 books back.
Okay. Of those, can I search how to determine where a Fey spirit attached to you physically is?
None of the books have those specific sentences or specific or phrases.
Okay. Can you think of anything, Godfried?
Fey being attached to body. How to locate a Fey being attached to your body without knowing it's attached to your body.
One of the books lights up, but it's very specific, and it might not be the information that you need.
Might as well take a look, right?
Yeah. I'm honestly
Very
surprised to get
high
any results.
Very high investigation check. I'm saying very, very high.
Can I cast guidance on VRE?
Yes, add a D4 to your secondary dice.
And I will also, get an advantage with help action.
Thank you. Okay. Okay. That is plus 18. 14 plus 18 is 32.
unfortunately, the information is not there. You look through the book, you do learn a lot. You do learn about Fey spirits and possession, once again, and about like where Fey spirits are, but locating them if they're not talking to you seems to be something that is not well researched, well understood, or something that is apparent.
Interesting. Do you think Fey spirits dream?
Spirits? I mean, well, you found a spirit in the domain of dreams, right?
Yeah, hold on. Okay, new question. I'm going to search how to find someone in the dreaming. How to go to someone else's pocket of the dreaming.
You search that, about 5 books show up.
I read vigorously.
Investigation check, please.
Oh, okay. 29. Yeah, 29.
The information, you read through it, you're getting a little tired from reading at this point. You've just read through so many fucking books. But what you do find is bits and pieces of information. Finding someone in the land of the dreaming is difficult. On a chapter in one of the books called The Dreaming, that's its title, you find that it says, finding someone else in the dreaming is difficult. The landscape is ever-changing, and most people have their own effective quote-unquote pocket dimensions. This term is not accurate, but merely the best representation of what the dreaming permits. As it is an ever-changing world, finding where someone is purely by happenstance. Location and where people live and exist in the dreaming is tied to where their spirit and it resides. Perhaps people have often claimed to be able to control the dreaming by having quote-unquote lucid dreams. But this is harder to control and analyze than we perhaps would like. If you do wish to find someone else in the dreaming, your best hope is to cast a spell in the dreaming that allows you to locate anybody. You'd need to know what you're looking for, though. And who. And then again, you probably won't have great luck finding them. Because, as I said, the dreaming is ever-changing. Take one step in one direction, and they could disappear into a completely other side of the dreaming.
One last search. This time I want to search for if a person has control of the dreaming, is like the Viscount of Dreams or something. How to shape the dreaming.
No searches.
How to affect the dreaming.
Same 5 books show up.
Any additional information in them or no?
Now make another search. You search for specifically one thing before.
Okay. Okay, that first roll wasn't good, but the second roll is good. I've rolled a lot of 18s today on this die. That is plus 15. What's 18 plus 15? 30.
33.
Yeah.
You look through this, how to affect the dreaming. You get to a similar thing. A lot of people talk about lucid dreaming. Nobody talks about specifically from the position of the head Viscount of Dreams. All of them suggest that influencing the dreaming from the position of a dreamer is nearly impossible. You can maybe force your will onto some objects, but even those with incredible forces of will often are, unless they are on the godly level, will struggle to affect anything.
But Scrap's been doing that as well, hasn't he?
But remember, you changed the dreaming.
I did.
So all of this information is basically worthless.
Well, it's good to know, I guess. Is there anything you wanted to search for, Godfried?
Yeah, there was actually something I did want to look at real quick.
Yeah, I'll assist Godfried as well.
Okay.
Cool beans. I'm
I have the 4 dice, so if you want me to do the search.
I mean, let me check my investigation real quick. What is mine off the rip?
Mine's plus
I know
13.
where it's my investigation. I only have a +6, so I'm gonna look up the name Host.
You look up your last name. Lots of books return. Historical books, histories, biographies, autobiographies, science book. Like a
Can
book
I look
from
up?
every
can
walk
I-
of life shows up.
Can I look up Host and then set the timeline from now to the past 100 years?
Yeah. You get that about 10 books show up.
Okay.
Some that are just books that have been published in the last 100 years regarding the Hosts. And then some books that are specifically regarding like the Host in the last 100 years, like the last 100 years of the Host lineage.
I'll disregard the other books that just publishing referencing the Host right now, but I'll look at the biographies and detailed records currently.
Okay, 3 books are here. Please make
Cool.
an investigation check.
All right, I only have a +6, so what does that mean?
That would be what's your proficiency bonus is up to +7 now, right? Or is it +8?
It's
plus. I don't remember.
7.
Yeah, plus.
We
7.
haven't gone to +8.
So it
It's
should be
+7.
so your investigation should be 7, shouldn't it?
No, because I can't change it on DMD Beyond. So
Yeah. All right, so 2d6.
2d6. All right, we'll roll 2d6 off the rip. Bunk bunk.
Can I do the search for you? Like, can I help you so that you get my bonus?
I got a 9 off those 2 d6.
Remember to add your d20 as well.
I'll roll the d20 now.
For addendum to the help action, if someone is searching for information but someone else has a higher bonus, you can add half your d20s, d6s, add your secondary dice to theirs.
Okay. So
Oh,
how much
okay.
extra
So
do I roll then?
can he do 4 then? If I've
Yes.
got 4.
If you
Okay,
have 4,
so-
you can add 2 more. So you would be
Okay,
adding.
cool. All right, so I rolled a 9 and then a 17 on my d20. So then I'll roll an additional d6 right now, which is 5 and 3 for 8. So it's 17, 18, so 17 plus 9 is 26 plus fucking 8 is 34.
34. All right. You search through the book. You flip through it. With Viari's help and reading through the information, you find information on the last 100 years of Host. The Host that lived in the last 100 years. It's an autobiography. You see, this book is special. This book is a living record. This book is as you open it, you scroll to the last pages of the book, and you find that it is currently even documenting your current life. As you flip through the book to the section of the last 100 years, you find information on the Host that recently died in Mad Max world. Pretty stereotypical stuff for a Host. Great king, very noble, very kind, very good at governing, very fair, brought great prosperous life to their people. Was
Yari is just double checking to see if there were any queens because we keep hearing about Host kings, and Yari's curious.
You do not actually find anything on Host queens.
It's just a bunch of dudes, I guess. I'm a man. I'm a he. I'm a him. I don't get into all that mentally ill stuff.
How embarrassing for your family.
I'm sorry. Yes, like I could control that.
You look through it and you find that the last king was unjustly assassinated. No, the king that was in Mad Max world.
Okay.
Was assassinated by the current king.
Bastard.
Current king assassinated your relative. You find, as you scroll back through this, you see that Hosts, you read something that's very weird. Godric Host, who was this one that we're talking about, was deployed at this time. Does not speak about his birth. Speaks about a deployment.
Deployed, as in, like... Okay.
Mm-hmm. Would you like to investigate what this means?
Yeah, sure.
All right, roll another check, please.
Alright, so I add Brooks' numbers too. Cool
Yes.
beans. So I'll roll 46, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a d20. Alright. That in total is going to be 21.
21. You look through this. This information is actually easier to find than you would expect. You get to the first page of the book, and it reads the following. Hosts are not like other people. Yes.
They're not like other girls.
I'm not like other girls.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm a skeleton.
Yeah, you wear Doc Martens and
Mhm.
flannels.
Long ago, Galahad Host made a bargain. A bargain with a fey spirit. The fey spirit of undeath. One of the few mortals to have ever bested a fey spirit. The bargain was as follows. May I live forever and bring peace and honor to my name. This was not what Galahad expressly wanted. The fey spirit thought that he would trick Galahad, thought that Galahad would be driven mad through the cycle of eternal rebirth. But that is not the case. Galahad saw an opportunity. Galahad had glimpsed into a special, into the divine contract itself, an item for which we Fey do not know much about. Looking into Galahad's future, his own future, he saw the potential for greatness. A multiversal lineage of the same person reincarnating and rebirthing eternal over and over again. And while their memories would all be different, their experiences all different, the same soul, the same spirit would connect them all. The eternal spirit of the eternal ruler, the Host lineage. As such, Hosts, to refer to them as being born, is incorrect. Hosts are deployed into universes, into planets, into places that require leadership, that require strength, that require somebody to bring them into the next generation of their society's existence. Hosts do not die. Their reign simply changes. And that's what it reads.
Alright, so I'm a bunch of old dudes.
You are, but what does this mean for Z's?
I don't know. I don't... His name doesn't start with a G?
Is he the first? Well, that we know of. I think his name starts with an A. But does this mean he's the first host to be born without attachment to this spirit? Or that something fucky happened because you were brought back?
I don't know. Because technically, I was brought back on a technicality because someone fucked up in the numbers, right? But I don't think that's how it goes for all hosts, right?
Yeah, and also, if you were brought back on a technicality, does that fuck up the actual deal?
I don't know.
Alistair appears and goes, "Oh shit. Now I understand what the mistake was.
What was it?
We fucked up a deal with the Fae. Death didn't realize this. Godfrey, you were supposed to die when you did, but that went against a contract that your lineage had made with the Fae. We didn't know this, obviously, because we don't talk to each other. So as a result, the Fae agreement kicked in and brought you back. That's why there was a mistake. We didn't make a mistake. We only made a mistake after you died."
So the Fae came in and fudged the numbers incidentally because of the contract they made. So that had to bring me back.
Effectively.
What do you mean they fudged the numbers?
Well, because I was supposed to die, but because of the deal I had with the Fae, I didn't. So they came in and they fucked with the numbers on the contract of the what's the contract named? The
divine contract?
The divine contract, and brought me back because that was our deal.
Well, sort of. What happened was, Death correctly deduced that you were supposed to die on our end. The Fae have an agreement with your bloodline which states you are not supposed to die. So when we killed you, we instantaneously, there was a paradox on both ends. We had made good on our end, but the Fae had accidentally fucked up on theirs. And since we killed you on our side, effectively, Death did the right thing. But as soon as Death did that, your other contract kicked in and instantly told us that we'd killed the wrong person at the wrong time. They didn't fudge the numbers. This is just how it works for you.
Okay, so what does that mean about Z's then? Because how does the rebirth of a host work? We're deployed wherever it is necessary at the time, right?
I guess Z's isn't one of the hosts with the lineage.
I guess not.
He's not he is like other girls.
He is like all the other girls.
I loved how genuinely disgusted and disappointed you sounded just then.
He is like other girls. Trying to think.
I'm unsure of what this means. Exactly.
I mean, like, same.
Why is the music being weird now? So, this requires more research. We've never done much research on the hosts because, well, frankly, they were never really that much of a problem. But clearly there is something that has been overlooked in the hosts and their lineage. So let's take some time. I'm going to do some research on my end. My contract. I will go in and look for information and get what we need. But while I'm away, you two think on this.
All right.
God damn it, the Fae. I will be back. Viari,
all right.
You are Viscount of Dreams. I need you to make a Fae deal with me.
What deal?
Bring me back in 45 hours.
Okay.
Thank you.
In exchange for a favor at a later date.
The favor is in an equivalent determination.
Okay.
That is to be agreed upon by both parties?
Yeah.
Okay. And he disappears. And with that, we will go to break. Thank you all so much for watching the first half of PP Game, a Paperwork Pantheon. Please remember to support the Patreon, the Twitch, and the YouTube channel if you would like to keep seeing more, but we will be back in 45 minutes. Ah! Back in 15 minutes, I meant. My bad. Hiya! Hello, everybody! Welcome back to Paperwork Pantheon. Hopefully the music is not being a dick again. But we are back. Hello, welcome. The party when
Did Offbeat's audio just get really weird for you as well, Danny, or is that just me?
No, it's just for a second. He's back now.
Is it back? Is it good now?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, yeah, that's better.
Okay. It must have been when I turned on the music. It was being weird. Like I said, I was hoping it wouldn't be. But we are back to the stream. The party has just spent some time in the library researching information in a very large library of the Fae, information that is previously found to be inaccessible to the party. What do you guys do? You have got some information. Do you want more information? Would you like to continue on your little side quest? What's up? The shortest 45 minutes. It was supposed to be, I said 45 minutes, but I popped back and it was 15. It was my bad. It's always 15, okay? It's always 15 minutes.
One of the 45 minutes of all time.
Shut up. Denny, please. Denny, stop becoming ungovernable.
I will steal your catalytic converter.
Are you just saying that because you went to the car place today to fix up your car?
No.
Okay, well I don't own a catalytic converter, so good luck, loser, idiot, L, ratio.
Get a hybrid, you hippie.
I don't own a car.
Get one.
Okay.
I'll steal your catalytic converter once you get a car.
I'll let you know. I'll let you know so you can steal it. Anyway.
Update me.
My cat wants to be let out, so I'm going to just quickly do that.
Alright. What does Godfrey want to do?
Godfried is a little confused on how he feels, because obviously he's like, he was like, my life was taken from me, but now he knows, like, my life was meant to end, but it was meant to end because of divine intervention. The fuck does that supposed to mean, you know? So he's a little conflicted. He's like, he's gonna be like, he's gonna call up Bernard real quick, and he's gonna knock on, like, Bernard.
Yes, hello?
Are you doing anything important right now?
I'm going through the checklist.
How far down are you?
I just finished up the teleportation circle to the Court of the Moth. What do you need?
Okay. So you've dealt with Fae, right?
Considering I am one, yes.
Who is the Fae of Undeath?
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, no.
Good, bad, fuck?
Oh, it's, okay. So, considering you're asking about this, I suppose you've learned about your family's history.
I did. I read it in a book.
So he already knew?
Yeah, the fuck you knew? Who do you think you are?
Gottfried. First of all, you never asked me. Second of all, the face spirit of undeath is not someone that you bring up. And especially with you. Remember, you're the only family to have ever bested the face spirit of undeath. The only one. Technically, your spirit is the only one to have ever done this. They don't like you. At all. Like, at all. They're pissed. And they've been pissed.
I would assume so.
But the face spirit of undeath, if you must know, they govern life. Ironic, isn't it? The Fae have a few agreements with Alistair that he is unaware of, that you also must be unaware of. One of which is how life and death works here with the Fae, especially life taken by mortals in the other places. The Fae spirit of undeath is very important, very secretive. We're not supposed to talk about him. Don't bring him up. If you...
Well, okay, then who do I talk to about this?
Nobody. You keep this to yourself and you pat yourself on the back.
Bernard,
What?
as my lieutenant, I don't want to do this, Bernard. Don't make me do it.
I am doing currently what is best for you. But I will answer to whatever you want. Do what
Listen,
you
I'm
must.
not asking as your boss. I'm asking as an acquaintance and hopefully in the future a friend. Listen, if you really don't want to talk about this, we don't have to, but who can you direct me to that I could talk about this with?
What do you want to know?
I want to know why I died. Because I didn't die of natural causes. I couldn't die of natural causes. It was literally divine intervention that killed me.
Well, I would consider talking to your god of death. Seems like that's the one who got you.
All right. Cool. Thank you, Bernard. Good back to your work. Good job. Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye. As he signs off, you just hear a shit under his
I
breath.
love that every single NPC we interact with eventually gains this tone of I am not paid enough.
Bernard not paid anything at all.
Yeah. Gary, Charlie, Bernard. Am I missing anyone?
It's almost
Anyone
as if-
in Godfrey's chest? Anyone even remotely associated with Godfrey's chest?
Oh yeah, we have. I
Except
forgot Fenrir was in there.
weirdly for your closet guy. What's his name? The guy your tailor?
Oh yeah. What was his name again? I haven't seen him in a second.
He started like that, and then he started to come back round, and he started
I
being like
know.
all
Augustus,
enthusiastic about his job.
believe.
What is it?
Yeah. No, I'm proud of him.
Augustus.
He's been doing the
Augustus.
most. You know.
Is that his name?
No, it's not Augustus.
No.
It's something weird.
Something with an A. Something with an A.
Let me go check because I think I wrote it down in my
Yeah, I can't remember
notes. Let me
His
see.
name.
Hapapa, 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 hapapa.
He's the only one that sort of swung back around to being okay with it.
Yeah, I don't have it written down, I guess. Something.
Mhm.
That's his name for sure.
Until we remember, it's Augustus.
Cool.
Okay.
I'm with it.
All right. So yeah, it's almost like you guys have that effect on people.
Adamus.
Ah,
Adamus.
yeah.
Thank you, Pandemonium.
Adamus.
01.
I miss him. How long is it? I wonder how, because time dilation's different in my domain. I wonder how he's doing. Has he become a master of his craft yet? I hope so.
Almost certainly.
Good for him.
I know. I'm proud of him. He's been doing the most, you know?
All right.
He's gonna end up becoming like the god of tailoring or something after
I'm
this.
like, dude, listen, I'm so proud of you. I was gonna, again, he's slowly becoming my warlock through tailoring, so I'm proud of him.
Well, you guys got this information. Now, what do you guys do?
Okay. We don't need any additional information, do we?
I don't think so.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I just like next chance we get, I'm gonna have to jump back to the Pantheon and have a conversation with, you know, the person who killed me / booty call. So figure that out.
Do we want to wait to take on the next combat until we have the whole gang here?
I mean, possibly.
And go, yeah, because they did say that they were going to get harder as well as things go on, and there's just the two of us. And also, I kind of want to start tinkering with dreams if you want to help.
I mean, I don't really know.
Have
That's
some
not really
idea.
my jurisdiction. Like,
No, but I can help. I can give you some. Here's the thing: if we can navigate the dreaming, if we can access different people's little pockets, for one thing, I've given Scrap his own little subsection of the dreaming, which he didn't have before. Does this mean that I can open it up to everyone to access? And if I can, does that mean that we can access anyone through their dreams? For example, agreement?
well, the problem is we have to find them. It's not a matter of if, it's when.
But if I can affect the dreaming, can I come up with a navigation method? Because I've been thinking about that specifically.
I don't know. Like, it's always changing. It's random, right? So navigating it would like be trying to navigate a spot in the like a droplet of water in the ocean, right?
But what if I can figure out how to navigate it?
I mean, it would be pretty cool if you could. Like, pretty ballin'. It's just a matter of how much time will that take. I mean, I don't think it's a bad investment at all. I'm just wondering if the resources allocated to that would really be worth it in the end, because, like, it is your domain. That's
Yeah.
your time, right? And if you
So
want
if
help,
anyone
you know
can-
I'm there. It's...
Well,
Again, I'm
well-
just worried. We don't want to tread on anyone else's toes, right?
Yeah, but they're recognizing it as my domain now.
Yeah, you know what? I'm thinking about it too much. Why am I thinking? Do it!
Okay, well, the other thing that we could do is we haven't really doled out any punishments in a while. Like, if we wanted to take, like, a little break, rather than running headfirst into combat, because I also don't want to leave this library before our friends get the chance to...
No, you're right. They should get a chance to
Yeah,
look
yeah,
through this.
yeah,
That would be
so
good.
when they've
Especially
got
for
a minute-
Feta. Feta would definitely love to look through this.
That's what I'm thinking. Oh, speaking of which, do you think we can find information on changing a demigod's, like, their task? I'm gonna search that real quick.
I feel
0
like that's more-
results, and also the library is pissed at you.
I feel
Sorry.
like that's like a divine
A
contract thing.
guard from the library goes, "You have searched for classified information. I'm going to ask you to leave."
So
Oh,
wait, you're
sorry, I
saying
didn't
it's
know.
here?
I'm saying that this is the Fae land, and you searched for order information?
I'm sorry, I didn't know that it was... Okay, we can leave. Well, I can leave, or are you making us both leave?
Both of you.
Okay, I'm very sorry, that was my bad.
You should be.
Walk out.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate the kindness. Okay, alright, maybe that was a bad idea. But,
You guys are back down into the lobby with the front desk.
at any rate, I do think our friends should have a chance.
Yeah, let's jump back to order, or like get our affairs in order before they get back.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, where would you like to go?
Back. Well, we're not talking to you.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Excuse you. Anyways, the walls have ears, and everyone appears to be a fucking weirdo. So let's go somewhere where we can talk and get home.
Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna start. Yeah. Shall I just plane shift us out? Will plane shift work in here? And then I ask the front desk clerk.
Yes. I could also take you to a teleportation circle for more accurate plane shifts.
You have a
Can-
teleportation circle that reached the Pantheon of Order.
Well, teleportation circles are coded, yes, to specific places, but also they are just merely places where, think of it as a hole in the wall, somewhere where it's very thin. Pass through easier.
Alright.
As you are
Okay.
order
I'd appreciate
gods,
that.
plane shift might not work how you want it to here. So, best chances is a teleportation circle.
Take us
That
home.
would be great. Much appreciated.
Send you to the teleportation circle room, which is like that lounge area where you were and took your long rest, Viari. Teleportation circle's in the corner. Lots of glyphs that are written in a language that neither of you speak.
Which one do we take?
That circle. You just gotta use it to cast plane shift.
Cool.
Do your thing,
Well-
VRE.
All right. I'll get my simulacrum to cast it.
You cast plane shift, and we gotta change music now, don't we, huh? You guys are back into the divine contract, into the Pantheon of Order. It's golden walls and golden glyphs flying around. It's alabaster and porcelain. Finding its cold but familiar home.
Cool beans.
Alistair greets you as you guys come in. Oh, welcome back. Any business?
Hi, Al.
any business here that you're attending to?
Yeah, actually.
Well, we thought we'd check in on our domains, and also we didn't really want to like leave the library without our friends having the opportunity to like search for information that they wanted. So we thought we would just pop back in once they were ready for it, and continue with the monster hunting thing. But also, since the monsters are supposed to get even more intense as we go along, we just figured we'd just, stick a pin in it.
Understandable. Godfrey, I have looked into the little host debacle. Currently, I'm only at the beginning of my search, but from what I have found, there's a lot of information in your lineage that is tied to the Fae. Does the Fae spirit of undeath mean anything to you?
Oh, yeah. Actually, people refused to talk to me about it, so I came back here to talk to, good old death. So.
It's probably a good option.
Yeah.
I'll continue to research this for you and give you anything that I can.
Thanks.
Where is Death's domain?
Oh, it's beside mine.
Yeah, exactly. Quick question. Actually, could you get something for me?
Potentially. What is it?
Do you have the paperwork filed about my death and, the paperwork around the assignment and such?
Death would have that.
You didn't need to approve that or anything, no?
I did approve it. I approved it as it was a standard death that was being done. I didn't really think anything of it at the time, but Death keeps all registered deaths.
Alright, cool. Thanks, Al.
No problem. Death, Alistair, just snaps his fingers and disappears. Where do you guys go?
Do we want to go to Death first?
You want to go to Death first, and then we can take care of our jobs?
Yeah.
Cool, let's do it.
So you guys walk down familiar hallways, past Alistair's office, and then you get to a cave made of stone, and on the wall is a wooden plaque that reads Death.
I've heard stories about Death. Apparently has this creepy cauldron that like bubbles, and he's all like toil and trouble and cauldron bubbles.
Yeah, don't touch the cauldron.
Have you touched the cauldron?
Oh, yeah.
Wait, how do you know Death? Godfrey, I haven't even met Death. How do you know Death?
Just don't touch the cauldron. Unspeakable things have been done in that cauldron that I will not repeat.
What kind of unspeakable things?
A skeleton is made of bones.
Godfrey, are you telling me that you and Death
bones?
I'd like to point out that you said unspeakable things were done, and then Brooke asked what kind of unspeakable things. I cannot tell you. Tell me. I can't. Why? Because I can't.
You can't tell me the specifics, but you can maybe give me a general idea.
Unspeakable things.
Is this tied to the time that you died, or is this outside of that time?
No, very much outside of that.
Godfrey, do you have a relationship with Death?
Relationship is really that's a label.
Oh my god, you sound like we walk in.
No, we've clearly defined it's just for fun, and we blow off steam sometimes. The cauldron can be a hot tub. It's really fun, jacuzzi style.
Do you just bathe in the souls of the dead?
I don't bathe. I relax. I steam. These bones don't sculpt themselves.
As you guys walk through the cave, you see that hanging from the ceiling, there's bones tied together in various decorative and perhaps ritualistic manners. Chicken feet, all sorts of memorabilia that we might commonly associate to more occult vibes of death. And as you get in, as you walk through, you see a 10-foot-tall cloaked figure with a giant soup ladle, stirring a massive black cauldron, fire licking out, steam rising. And as you walk in, Death, you clang some bones and a little. Death turns. Well, hello. It's their skeletal face looks down at the both of you.
What's up, Death? How you doing, baby? It's great to see you.
It's great to see you too, Gottfried.
Hey, as much as I'd love to be here to jump in the jacuzzi, I do have to address some things first. Can we, sit down? This is, I know we don't do series, but, this is serious.
Oh.
Gottfried, why do those two bones look like two skeletons? Boning?
Viara, you have an active imagination. It's a pleasure to meet you, by the way.
Yes, this is VR.
Hi, Death.
And anyways, that's a two-headed cyclops, alright? Not two skeletons boning. You do know what boning looks like?
Why does that one have a peach glowy thing in its eye?
Because
Don't
I
ask
like
questions.
keeping it there.
Don't ask
Anyway,
questions.
if you're here on official business, I'll take you to my office proper.
Thank you.
You look around this room and you see that it's decked out like an apothecary. There's herbs, spices, dead creatures hanging from the ceiling, places to pound and pumice things, grinders, all sorts of
Places to pound and grind. Yeah.
desks, various weapons and things to cut and butcher meat. It almost looks like a kitchen. Death walks you past the pot and says, "Don't touch it unless you don't like your soul very much." And as you walk past it down another hallway into a cave, you come into a room that is lit only with candles. Danny, do you mind not playing with the thing so loud?
Sorry.
Thank you. Appreciate it. You get to this office space. It's got a desk. It looks similar to Alistair's in that it has a big old desk, lots of a bureau within a cupboard with lots of books, and a place for you two to sit. Death props themselves in their chair. Almost a mishmash of aesthetic. They don't seem to use this very much. What exactly is your question for me?
So, crazy story. I died. You know this. And, I just recently came into some information regarding my death and such, and regarding the reason why I'm still not dead. And I was wondering if I could take a look at your records as to why I was dead and killed.
Of course. Death turns to their cupboard with all their books. With a flick of their fingers, the books disappear and are replaced with scrolls. Hundreds upon hundreds of scrolls. And as they flip their fingers over them, they pull out one, open the seal, scroll it down. This would be yours. And they place it gently on the desk.
Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Godfrey's gonna unroll it, and the main reason is he just wants to take a look at the records as to why he was killed in the first place.
So you look through, and you look that the reason of your death was determined to be assassination.
Why? Why was I assassinated? I know I was, but why?
You were assassinated according to the individual. They wanted to replace you with a king more corrupt.
Okay, so someone ordered death to assassinate me.
Well, I didn't kill you.
No, of course not, but it was an agent of yours, wasn't it?
No. When I determine someone is to die, I merely figure out when.
Okay, so I wasn't so I was supposed to die, but it ordered to hit on me. Okay, could I see who killed me? Is that on the records here?
Yes. They take the scroll and they quickly sign something off and they hand it back to you, and the scroll has changed. You have a profile on your killer. You see that they are in not much was known on this individual, but
They seemed to be someone more powerful than you were at the time. Currently, you might be a match.
Okay.
Aziz, is it?
No, Ziz was barely a child.
Oh, right.
So someone on a level of a god, mortal god that is, killed me.
It seems like it.
Do we have a name?
Any like domain, anything like that.
Seems like they were operating within the neutral side of this whole thing.
Centrist, gross.
We are unsure about their exact domain. Not that much information is kept always on the more neutral gods. There's so many of them, they outnumber all of us.
But the neutral gods wanted to install someone more corrupt.
Yes.
Seems really chaotic to me, personally.
Chaos and neutrality, order. If we effectively, you could view what we do as corruption. We instill people who have our own beliefs.
I mean, but yeah. But like, to install someone corrupt would ensue chaos, not neutrality of any kind. Neutrality implies that nothing changes, that everything is quote-unquote equal and such. This is chaotic.
Neutral gods don't have to follow either. They can be chaotic, they can be ordered, they can do as they please. That's what makes them neutral. And if you have enough people doing what you please, at the end of the day it works out to be a big old soup of nothing.
Okay. That's all the lead we have, just neutrality.
Why are you interested in your death?
Because I didn't have a life, and now I have one, and my original life was taken away from me, and I'm madder than I thought I would be. So.
You're upset.
Yeah.
What do you think would get you closure?
You know, I've dedicated my afterlife to helping my friends and the people around me rise above their station and become better people, right? Through penance and execution and stuff. That's my job. And I really haven't done anything for myself. And I feel like, as the gods are selfish, it's my turn to be selfish a little bit.
Do you think killing this person will bring you closure?
Maybe. I don't know. I just want to know why. Obviously, corrupt this, but like, if a god's involved, there's something stranger going on here. Even a neutral god, as boring as they are.
That's fair. If you would like, I can put in some more effort into learning about your killer.
Listen, Death, again, I know this was casual, but I would love that only if you're willing to.
Of course. On a business relationship, we are all
Yeah.
employees.
Business.
Question for you.
Yes.
Why now? Why so curious all of a sudden? What did you learn?
I learned in the Fey realm that I have station there as the head of one of the courts, and there I learned a lot about my past and my lineage, as in the past a host was, again, had the position, so I had the next rightful heir. And I also learned I'm technically the same soul in another vessel of the original host, Galahad, and it's just, I feel it's like I didn't know anything, and now I know so much. So before I didn't care because I thought there was nothing. But now that there's something, there's this weird hope that I have that I can figure something out.
I'm sorry. You're the same soul.
Apparently, it was a deal made with the Fae, which is why I came back. Because I died.
Which Fae?
Fae of Undeath.
Bastard.
Oh.
Good information. Very good information. I didn't make a mistake.
No.
I was right.
Yeah.
I knew I was
Vindication.
right. Little fuck. I'm going to do something I don't normally do.
Death reaches into their desk and pulls out a paper. And you see that this paper, written entirely on, it's made out of charcoal. Very delicately they open it. And with a snap of their finger, it emblazons letters upon it in flame.
This is an official mark for death. I don't go out of my way to kill people, but
Places it in your hand.
I don't want to fuck with the face spirit of undeath directly by killing them. But there's someone I do want you to kill who works with them.
Who?
And you will not be tied to this. This is death.
All right. Death doing death's business.
Exactly. In that place that your current land that your main job is. One of the heads of the ministries, I feel, has a deal with the face spirit of undeath.
Okay.
The Ministry of Manufacturing.
Did we kill him already? I don't remember which one we killed.
You didn't.
All right, we didn't kill him. All right, good enough.
If you kill him, I will reward you handsomely.
This could be done, right, Viari? We can kill someone again. We're good at that.
Yeah.
That's our
Yeah,
job.
yeah.
We got this. We'll kill him, yeah.
Maybe this will teach that face spirit to stay out of my business. So you accept the contract?
Absolutely.
The charcoal paper flashes, and inscribed on your bones, you see, all running along your arms, you see a little script of the name of the person that you must kill. Write down in your notes. When attacking the head of manufacturing.
Okay. When attacking the head of manufacturing.
Name. Maya.
Naya, N-Y-A.
Maya.
Maya.
Maya Mallory.
Maya
M.
Mallory.
I already hate her. Her name is Maya.
I know, horrible. Add an extra 5d8 to all damage dealt.
An extra D8.
5d8.
5d8. To all damage dealt. What kind of damage is that?
Whatever damage your weapon deals.
Cool.
Death,
Yes, Viari.
can you see all the afterlives that people choose?
Every single one.
Could I ask you to check on someone for me?
Potentially. Who?
And I'm like fingering the like little note on my horn, like that's tied around my horn. Do you know the princess?
Oh, your princess.
Yeah.
I can check on them for you, but I cannot tell you what I find.
Can you tell me what kind of afterlife they chose?
A happy one.
Could you check on them? Even if you can't tell me.
I can check on them. I won't
Thank
tell
you.
them why, and I will not be able to give them anything of yours. But I will check on them. Make sure they're alright.
Thanks.
Naturally. It's worth mentioning as well. Soon you'll be traveling with a demigod. one of my daughters. A demigoddess of victory. It seems as though we need to get rid of Eleanor.
Oh, so this is like an official thing now. Like, we're killing Eleanor.
Unless you know how to deal with her in some other way. I
I
have
got
assigned my daughter's godly task. Claiming victory in battle against Eleanor. Danny.
Sorry.
That's so crazy. This daughter, does she happen to have like black curly hair, like big doe eyes, and like would like maybe like streaks on the sides?
I've not seen her in some time.
I don't know
knows
who
what
you're
she
talking
looks
about. Like, you're...
Lexi.
Yeah.
Oh.
But when the time comes to kill Eleanor, I have commanded her to come back and to assist in her murder.
Cool beans.
Nice.
If that is everything, I'll be on my way.
Can I take this scroll with me? You got copies I could have? Like, can you Xerox it to my domain?
I'll make you a copy and send
Thank
it to your domain.
you. You're
But I'm
wonderful.
gonna need this original.
Yes, you take the original. Just get me a copy. That'd be great. Thank you.
Snaps their fingers.
Well, is that everything?
I think so. Dinner this Friday if I'm back.
Sure.
Cool beans.
Be
Dinner
on-
means we're going in
guys-
the hot tub.
Do you guys want a moment? Do you
No,
want me to
no. We made plans. We're good.
leave? Okay. Yeah, cool.
Viari, why are you uncomfortable with flirtation in front of you?
Yeah, you do it all the time.
I'm not. I was just joking.
Mm,
I was just teasing. I'm not uncomfortable.
mm-hmm.
All right. Whatever you say.
You know something I learned from Alistair that I think he passed on to you. Whenever he's uncomfortable, he makes a stupid joke.
I was just teasing.
I was just teasing.
It really wasn't that deep.
Okay.
Listen, Viari, as your grandfather, I have a very active life outside of work. All right.
Yeah, I figured as much. I've walked in on it a couple of times.
Yeah.
I really wish you were a little bit more private, but whatever.
You can't. It's my domain. I can't.
It's not always your domain, though.
Yes, it is. It's not like I share the space.
You never used to have a domain, so.
Oh, you're talking about when we were just dudes. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's my
yeah,
bad.
yeah.
That's my fault. I should have put like something on the door.
Yeah, you're supposed to put like a sock on it.
You know, some people really are into the whole skeleton thing.
Checks out.
I don't get it, but it's just like, oh my god, he's so tragic. I can fix it. I'm like, I'm a skeleton, but cool. You can't fix nothing, bruh.
I can fix him, but I'm a doctor and he's a broken bone.
I'm just a guy.
At any rate, are you all finished?
Yeah, I'm good. You good? Do you need anything?
No, well, I kind of want to go back to Dreams and do some design work.
Can I come with you? Because I've
Yeah.
never been there, and the one time I was there, I was separated from my body, and it kind of sucked.
Yeah.
Cool, let's do it.
All right, you guys leave Death's domain and you make your way to Viari's. Viari, you get there. Scrap is there. He's in his section of the dream, and you can see him inside.
I'm going to, first of all, summon my book,
Mm-hmm.
which I believe now contains dreams and stories,
Mm-hmm.
and just like tuck it under my arm as I walk in. Is Scrap like kind of busy off doing his own thing for the moment? Like he's,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, so he's not just like waiting for me or anything. So I've been thinking about ways to make dreams more accessible for us. and I'm going to like reach down and like pluck a lantern out of thin air, and then with my other hand like scoop up a bunch of fireflies and just shove them inside, and then like close the glass door so that I've got a bunch of fireflies. For one thing, I think we need a way to navigate that is entirely kind of relatively secret. People will figure this out eventually, I'm sure. But I'm thinking if we use this, the light should, if I've designed this correctly, guide us to what we're looking for, generally speaking. I also had this idea in order to make things like a little bit less wishy-washy. And I'm going to scoop up a bunch of parchment and a pen. I think if you write down your dreams, you can help solidify them a little bit. I want to test this theory and keep them a little bit more like concrete. I was
like
thinking,
a dream diary.
yeah. Because I don't know if you know this, and I'm going to like reach out and take hold of like a piece of dreams and like peel it back, and underneath like the top visual layer, there's like a bunch of words. It's all just made out of ink. On the other side, like it's just written. So, and I'm gonna patch that back up. So I think that if you write it down, you can sort of hold it in place a little bit more. And I was also thinking sand. Did you know that back in the day, people used to use sand to solidify ink? Not solidify, but like to dry it, help dry it. They would blot up excess ink. So if you can put ink as sand on ink, then it can hold it in place a little bit better.
Okay. I'm a little confused, but all right.
And while it's still malleable, I was thinking, and I pick up one of the pieces of parchment and the pens, if we can find a way to like fill this with ink and then press it to the parchment, maybe I can find a way to draw maps that way. Like just literally let the ink seep in, because it's all connected to the dreaming, right? Like if you take the dreaming ink, then maybe you can put it on parchment and it'll start creating maps. But the maps might change. They might be a little bit.
At this point
Look,
in time,
a lot of this is experimental.
you hear a knock on the door.
Hello?
Kid!
Charlie! Come in.
Kid, oh my god, I have great news. Legally,
Yeah?
we own the space. We won. I won the day in court. If I ain't the best goddamn fucking lawyer in the business, then I don't know him, cause he's me. Additionally,
Charlie! And I'm like gonna give him a hug.
Thank you. Pleasure's all mine. Additionally, whatever you're doing here right now, be very careful, alright? I know
Okay.
I've been informed by Alistair a few of the things you've been talking about, trying to navigate through the dreaming safely and whatnot. Brilliant idea. Be careful. If dreams are navigatable, that means they're the same. That means they ain't dreams. They're thoughts.
What do you mean?
If you can constantly control your dreams, it's just a thought. And then what happens when people don't dream? They go fucking crazy. So here, you gotta be careful. That's all. Yeah? What's up?
Viari, I have a proposition.
Yeah?
Rather than mapping all of dreams, why not have a reference point for the rest of dreams so you know, like, conjunctually where you are versus where you're not? Instead of making roads, why not make a lighthouse? Treat this like an ocean.
That's brilliant.
Better idea. Kid, Godfrey's the thinker. I always knew he was the thinker. You're the doer, Viari. That's the thinker right there. All right.
Bro thinks he's the thinker.
And I scoop up more fireflies. Will these do?
I mean, as long as they don't fly away, you got a job for him, kid.
Yeah. I can just make a big jar. I'm thinking the fireflies are how we learn to navigate this. But we don't tell anyone.
No, it's just a lighthouse, and then people are like, what the fuck is the lighthouse? And eventually...
But the lighthouse, maybe it changes as well. Maybe it is something that is just like a reference point that only if you know, you know.
Now, just be careful. If ever people can navigate dreams, people's thoughts, their lives, everything that they ever thought was secret will all of a sudden become open. The world runs on secrets. Make sure that things stay secret. All right?
We have
Can
to
I make
somehow...
it navigatable to only me?
If it's navigatable to you, people and beings of equivalent power will probably be able to figure it out, don't you think?
What if we have a compass, but it only tracks the lighthouse, but we move the lighthouse every couple of nights, so that way we are the only ones who can reference it with our compasses. So rather
Can we
than
make the
north,
compass something that can't be taken from us?
we could do something like ingrain it into our minds, what's
Like
the
a
thing where you
tattoo?
can not maybe like a tattoo, but what's that thing where you can take thoughts out of someone's brain?
Encode thoughts.
Encode thoughts. So every couple days we create something and we encode it and then we enchant that onto something.
Or we could also just make it so the lighthouse has a different shapes and forms. Sometimes it's the lighthouse, sometimes it's the sun, sometimes it's the moon, sometimes it's the bark of the fireflies.
That's what I was saying last time.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think I'm agreeing with you. I think
I
that's
like this
probably
idea.
the best option. And what you can do is, Viari, you set this so that not even you know exactly what it is. Okay?
It's like Inception, but with
Can I figure it out based on vibes?
You could probably figure it out based on vibes, yes. But
Okay.
it needs to be something that is hard to figure out every time, okay? We don't want people navigating the dream. If you're wondering, how the fuck do I know all this? I researched all this for the fucking case, alright? I needed to know. I needed to prove that you'd be a good owner. And I said, hey, no one can navigate her library except herself. Have you tried finding anything? It's impossible. She made her own system. She called it the Viari decimal system. And I'm like, why not use the Dewey decimal system? She called me a bitch and I left. At the same time. But you need a system. You need some system. This is why Alistair can't even navigate their own bloody divine contract.
Question: how do people traverse dreams?
People, they don't traverse dreams. They just have them. They experience them.
Yeah, but if we're able to find our way across dreams, how do we do that?
Well, that's why you have your lighthouse. You navigate with it. You try and figure out where you need to go. It's gonna be messy and difficult and dangerous. The thoughts of all beings are collected in dreams.
All beings already? We don't have to open it up to anyone?
Nope. It was opened up the second you acquired it. And the second that you became the Fey Viscount, or whatever the fuck you are right now. It's open to everybody.
Also, we learned over the break that Viscount is lower than Duchess. But also, can it just be Lord?
Fine, you're Lord of Dreams.
Thanks. You can call me Morpheus.
Again, it's like, if we could navigate dreams, other people can, but the only reason we can navigate it is because Viari opened it up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, but if Viari opened it up, that means Viari can close it?
Effectively, yes. Make it If you want it to be the safest, make it unnavigatable to fucking everybody. Make it a place of chaos. Make it a place that is so meanderingly everything that there's an order amongst it.
So, in order to find our way through it, we have the lighthouse, right?
Potentially,
But we don't want other people to traverse it. If they figure out the lighthouse thing, they can navigate it, right?
Potentially, yes.
And Viari can manipulate how it's traversed, open or closed, right?
Yes.
But I want to be able to navigate
No,
it.
exactly. What if we create a way so that only we can navigate it? We're the only ones who can traverse. What if you make it an actual ocean, the ocean of dreams, and we make a boat of dreams?
I think of it more like a patchwork.
I have a dream that one day I will build a boat that will sail across the mind of all dreamers.
If you want to turn it into a patchwork sort of system that you can navigate, they already kind of are. There already sort of is. Getting a boat and some sort of navigation ship that you have, that's fine. But remember, if someone else gets your ship, if you're attacked and you lose the ship, there's it. It's gone. They have it. There's always something. Yes, all of these things I'm suggesting are things that you could do. But whatever you decide to traverse the dreams with, that's what it is.
Can I change it every time I visit?
Potentially, yes.
Again, I'm just throwing ideas at the wall. Tell me if I sound stupid. Just...
No, you're not stupid. It's good to have your ideas. I like them. I like the boat too. I was just saying that I think of it more like a patchwork because I know that everybody has their own little subsection.
Mm-hmm.
But if I change it every night, then any given navigation system will only be known to me when I change it. Unless someone has a way of figuring that out at a moment's notice. But also... But also... No, I think that's right. I think it should change every night.
Well, you can change it every night. How are you gonna change it?
Randomly.
A random navigation system every night.
So, what you're saying, it's random, and you don't even know it, so we have to find it every night to traverse dreams. I like it.
Well, also, maybe I can have the way to figure out what the navigation system... Will I know the navigation system inherently?
No.
Can I
but
choose it?
Once it's set, it's set. You'll be able to figure it out.
Can I figure it out using the Book of Lies? Because everything that is not it will be in there.
Potentially. It's gonna depend. If you make it a random thing, you'll be able to figure it out every night. It'll be tricky, but you might need to spend the first few minutes trying to figure out what the navigation system is.
Okay.
But you'll be able to figure it out. And you'll have the best chance.
I like it. Alright, random
This really is
navigation.
Inception.
Every single night. Okay, and some rules that are a bit fucky. What are our thoughts on being able to solidify dreams a little bit by writing them down?
I don't think so. I think
No?
absolutely not. Anything that stays stagnant in a dream will eventually find its way into everyone's dreams. Everyone will be like, hey, did you have the dream of the hallway? And everyone's all of a sudden gonna have the same shit. Everyone's gonna...
Well, I don't think that's a bad idea, you know? Like, if we want to influence people's dreams to get a message across to someone that would know what it means, Viari could write something down and put it into the world of dreams. And then when the message is gotten across, we could take it out, right? Like, everyone dreams, right?
Yes.
Basically. Maybe, again, as Viari was talking about earlier, maybe this is how we find agreement. We transmit something through a dream that only agreement could understand, but then we take it out. After, like...
Wait, would Alistair know how to make a
Probably.
message that only agreement would understand?
I think so. They're brothers, right?
Potentially. But...
Alistair?
Hello?
I assume you've been keeping track of all of everything that we were just saying.
Yes, I've been listening.
Yeah, could you?
Maybe. Depends if he still remembers our secret handshake.
How could he forget?
Alright, Al. Will you teach me your secret handshake so that I can...
No.
Okay, well...
Secret
if I
handshake.
grant you...
Wait,
the ability to solidify this one thing in dreams, just to get the message to agreement, will you accept this as the favor that I asked about earlier?
Okay, but I'm not teaching you it. I'll just write it
Okay.
down.
Alright,
Nice
but you
job,
can do it
Viari.
so that he can find us and we can find him in dreams?
I don't know how he could communicate back. That's the issue.
Well, he does the handshake back.
Well, how's he going? I don't think what's going to happen, my guess, is how it's currently set up. I'm going to give an image of the handshake. This dream will be sent out to the entire world. Everyone will, over time, experience this dream. Most will not know what it means. Most won't give a shit. But some will, agreement will. Agreement will see the handshake. Remember that it is our secret handshake. The message will be given and delivered. And then agreement will have to try and navigate dreams.
So he'll understand, likely he'll understand that you have some form of communication in dreams. Maybe he'll understand that we have the domain of dreams. Maybe he won't, but like that dreams is the place to try to communicate.
Potentially, yes.
And that's when he'll hopefully start making... Does he have a different response? Is this handshake exactly the same for both of you, or does he have his own response?
Well, the one that I'm going to send is one where I do a thing, he does a thing, and then I do a thing back, and then he does another thing back, so...
So the only person who will ever respond correctly...
will be agreement.
will be him.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll be able to find him based on that?
That's if he can navigate. He'll have to navigate dreams.
I understand that, but if we're sending it out to everyone, is it possible to attach some sort of ping system? So like the person who gives the correct answer to your secret handshake their location will be pinged for us to find?
No.
No?
Because
Okay.
then you've created more solidity in this dream. I already don't like this idea. And if you create a ping system, what if, happenstantially, this is everybody in the multiverse? You're going to have a number of correct answers.
I have a suggestion real quick. Again, we can't create a concrete method of communication, right?
No, you cannot.
But in creating this lighthouse, everyone in some dream, shape, or form will see something of this lighthouse, regardless of what shape it's in, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
What if some nights, not every night, like once every couple weeks, the lighthouse becomes the handshake? Your side of the handshake. So when agreement sees it, he'll follow the handshake to try and reciprocate his side. And every night he can get closer and closer. Every time he sees it, every couple weeks, very slowly, but surely, eventually, we'll find him.
That would actually work.
Godfrey, you're a genius.
I'm the thinker, baby! Bro thinks he's the thinker.
So we can do that?
Yes. Now, if I could give some advice in this moment, since you're in the process of creating your own domain, you're going to need some protections. You're going to need some... I know I'm often ironed and made fun of for all of the random redundant security in the Divine Contract, but it's for a purpose. It's to keep itself in check as much as it is to keep everything inside of it in check. You need some guards. You need entities. You need things to populate this place innately to keep it in check.
I've already thought about that.
I want help! I want help!
Yes?
Well,
No, you go
I'm
first.
going
Oh, wait.
to manifest a bookshelf and pull down one of the books on the shelf so that it creaks open into my infinite library, where there is just an army of Viaris on the other side, like simulacrums. A bunch of them are all like lined up at the door, ready with true polymorph, like to go. I was thinking if and they start like marching in one by one. Viami?
The army could be guards for now, but there needs to be some innate ones. Native to this plane. Because last thing we need is some people figuring out what's happening here. We need this transition to be as seamless as possible.
So I should start making them, like from scratch, building them.
Start creating them in your spare time.
Okay, and what was your thought, Godfried?
I was gonna listen. No, you and I had the same idea. I'm like, get the simulacrums here, polymorph them into dragons, or like me. I would love to help.
Yeah.
We're on the same page. We are the thinker.
Yeah.
You need to come up with things that are native to this plane. Purely because if you don't, what if somebody, for some reason, they're in their dreams, they have access to their spells. They have access to banishment, dispel magic, things of that like. If they all of a sudden realize the entities in there, they might not figure it out the first time. Oh, I can dispel my dreams. That's funny, they might say. But all of a sudden they might dispel it and be like, why is it made of snow? I'm a high-level spellcaster. That's a simulacrum. What is happening in here? They might get more curious, and that is the last thing we want.
Maybe instead of simulacrums, we could use my punishment prisoners, people to serve their sentence. We send them here to protect the lighthouse, to protect the vessel, the way to traverse dreams. So that way they're simply souls. Not actual simulacrums, no access to actual power, but the mass and numbers should overpopulate and outnumber people.
They'll be formless here. They'll just be formless souls.
I lied, never mind.
I give you permission to use the souls, however, to power Viari's native creatures that are going to be brought here.
You okay with that?
Yeah.
I'm with it.
Alright. If that is the case, I give you all both permission. Populate this place with some form of protection. They can this place is entirely at your whim, which means you need to be so much more careful. Dreams innately, for now at the very least, and while we're transitioning, must be random. They must not appear to have. They must be based on the experiencer's own experience. If they seem completely out of ordinary, they'll get suspicious. Make creations that can take the shape of whatever they need to be.
A bunch of enrichment activities.
Effectively, yes.
Tailored to each individual person.
Sort of, yeah. However you view it is up to you. But dreams must be unnavigatable. The more I've looked into it, the more dangerous this entire place seems to be.
Okay.
I think the reason why nightmares usually occupied it was to discourage people from being too curious about it. Make sure that nobody got brave.
So what you're saying is we need to institute some sort of nightmare to make sure people don't get too curious.
Do the nightmares count as part of dreams, or are they a separate domain?
Nightmares will always have a home here as part of the agreement. But they are not currently under our jurisdiction.
Could we meet with them?
They might not want to meet with you.
Right.
I might suggest taking a note out of their pages, creating your own form of nightmares.
Okay. I can do that.
Something that, no matter the person, they'd be terrified to look further.
Turning someone's eyes backward, that's pretty scary.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up, Alan.
With like a light bulb inside so that they can see their own brain.
Exactly, see?
It's horrible.
You're perfect for this. You're perfect for this. See, like, listen, you were just training before, but now...
I know. The training was off.
No,
Godfried, we should have a workshop for
oh my god, that's a great master class! Oh my god, I love this. We could work with like Jeff Goldblum and stuff. That'd be hilarious. It's like a documentary.
For dreams and nightmares, we should just workshop some ideas for what to include in here. What if there is like a lake that when you go swimming in it, your skin turns to sand and you just fall to the bottom? And
but that seems like too metaphorical, just like, oh, the body's sand. I was thinking like you have no more tendons, but your flesh stays on your bones because there's hooks on your bones.
Ooh.
I think the eyes turning out thing is still the most fucked up thing you've come
No,
up
that's
with.
horrible. I don't know how I could top that, honestly.
Yeah,
that's like the best one.
I don't know, put your feet on backwards as well.
I mean, just like you learn to walk backwards at that point, you know?
Yeah, but your knees don't. Well.
I wonder what would happen if you turned someone's teeth inside out. That'd be annoying.
Now, very, very important question, because I don't want to fuck this up any more than I already have. Can I draw on my other domains to create nightmares? For example, lies, like nothing is real around a person, that sort of thing. Or am I blurring the lines between domains too much at that point?
Your domains can be blurred as much as you want. They are your domains. And
Okay.
frankly, stories and lies is usually nightmares in and of themselves. A lot of people have nightmares about, oh my god, what if nobody ever loves me? What if I'm completely alone in this world? What if no one will ever care for me the way that I've cared for them? Those are lies that people tell themselves.
I'm
It's
going
terrifying
to, yeah, as you say that, I'm going to throw open my arms and like open up a section of the domain that is just dedicated to the lies people tell themselves to hurt themselves, specifically.
And of course, common stories, boogeymen, werewolves, things that fictionalized stories and tales that people often become scared of. Perfect to fit the place of nightmares.
Wait, I'm going to open up the book. Inside the book, in the section on dreams, what does it contain?
What are you asking? It contains dreams. That's a big question.
Sorry, does it contain a log of all of the dreams that have ever been had?
Yes, the log is infinite in size, but it has a log.
So, okay. Alright, yeah, that's basically, because you know how A's and Z's as ones are like
Yeah.
logs of their life and stuff. Stories is all the stories ever told?
Every single story.
Okay. You know what this is? I turn to Godfried.
A book.
This is information on people's desires, people's fears, all of the stuff that makes people tick. We can use this to create dreams. We can look at people's fears, we can look at people's we just get to make our own like world in here. This is gonna be so
Well,
much
nothing
fun.
too concrete, remember. We gotta make
Yes.
almost a world, but not really. But if you look at it hard enough, it's a little real, but it's not actually. It's like,
But it's the realm of dreams. It's always changing.
Yeah.
We know that, but like we can just add ideas, concepts, and
yes. We do have to be a little careful, though. That's it.
do I also get to create the dreams themselves? Like
I
ideas for dreams, as opposed to just nightmares.
I think the dreams are
Probably.
manifested by the people who have them, aren't they?
Usually, yes.
Hmm.
You can always put in extra ideas into people's heads, but yes, usually.
I love this. We've got so much work to do. Do we want messengers in the dreaming?
No, because they won't know how to get across.
That's okay.
If you want to
Ah.
race resources, I guess, yeah.
I just like, how are they gonna deliver messages? That's just my question. If they can't
I
navigate,
might
it.
deliver it to the wrong person, but
I feel. What would the messengers like message exactly?
I don't know. I'm thinking like little sparrows that just fly.
And they just fly around and give random messages.
Mhm.
You have an appointment at 2:30, and then it's just the wrong person.
Yeah.
It's up your world.
It's like, damn.
Oh
that's
yeah,
crazy.
because this is really less efficient than your system.
My system is perfectly efficient. What do you mean?
So,
What
we
if
were
we turn
talking
people's
about
lungs
not
inside?
dunking on you earlier for your mistakes. This is one of them. I love you, son, but, you know, hubris.
My system is perfectly fine. I have no idea what you're talking
Okay. All right, whatever you say.
I'm gonna make an entire section where the trees turn people into plants.
about. It's already a world.
What? That sounds like bullshit.
Crazy.
Yeah, whoever made that is really stupid. How, like, that? Why would that's so dumb.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's concerning.
Yeah, that's fucked up in the head.
Oh, I'm gonna make a section that changes your native plane of existence so that if you get banished in there, it can fuck you up and send you to the wrong plane.
If you ever make a place, don't send people back here in the waking world. What are you doing? No.
Wait, what do you mean?
Oh, you said if you make it so the native plane of existence is the dreaming, what if they get banished? They'll be
No,
here.
no. Not that it makes the native plane here, that just switches it on the... that ruins it so that if they get banished while they're in here, they get booted to a random plane of existence. What? That sounds nightmarish.
What happens when they wake up?
Well, skill issue.
So this is happening on an infinite scale, an infinite number of times. This will eventually banish everybody.
Listen, you're asking lots of questions.
Yeah, okay, fine. I won't do the banishment thing.
I would suggest anything that affects the real world, you remove.
Okay.
Dreaming affects dreaming. That's it.
Okay.
Well, this has been a productive day. I'm going to get back to researching for Gottfried here about the... How did your meeting with Death go, by the way?
Oh, awesome! I got the papers on my death. Turns out someone of the neutral gods did it, which means something fucky's going on. So I got to figure that out now. So I'm gonna start a private investigation into that. So thank you.
Oh, well, good job. I hope it goes smoothly.
Thank you.
I'm going to get back to researching. I will get back to you.
Cool beans.
And with the dreaming safely in your minds, I'm assuming you guys are going to go work on some nightmares and some things for the dreaming.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we'll end off. Gottfried and Viari studiously grinding out different creations and creatures. Thank you all so much for watching. My name has been Offbeat Outlaw. Thank you so much for watching episode 41 of Paperwork Pantheon. If you'd like to support me and this channel, please check out my Patreon or my Twitch. I am streaming on Twitch. I'm having a good old grand old time. Please come hang out. It's a great grand old time. Twitch.tv/offbeatoutlaw. It's muy bueno. And Brooke.
My name is Brooklyn Tuesday. I haven't made content in forever, so I'm not going to direct you towards anywhere. But if you have ideas for dreams or nightmares, please tell me, because now I got to think of stuff. Also, that's Danny.
That is true.
Incredible. Thank you so much for watching.